Welcome to Finland, the ultimate world rally. If you only ever make it to one rally in your life, make it this one. With flat-out speeds of over 200 kilometers an hour and jumps that launch cars 70 meters in distance, there is no margin for error. Win here and your name goes down in rally folklore. The base for Rally Finland is Jyväskylä, and it's close to here that the first three stages got underway on Thursday. The 135 kilometers of stages on day 2 head towards the Lahti region closer to Helsinki. Day 3 returns to the classic stages back up north. The 20-kilometer high-speed Hassi is our stage of the day. In fine Finnish tradition, the first half is a high-speed ride-of-your-life roller coaster, but then transforms into a narrow, gnarly car cruncher. Our featured driver is 2010 Rally Finland winner and local hero Jari-Matti Latvala. We will follow his progress throughout the weekend. At certain times in your life, you are in the right place at the right time, and for you now, this is one of them. Stay exactly where you are to see the world's finest rally drivers tackle the world's greatest rally. To win here in Finland requires total courage and commitment. One moment's distraction or an instant of hesitation will result in disaster. The speeds are incredible, the jumps take the breath away, and that's why over a tenth of Finland's 5 million population flock to the forest, creating an electrifying atmosphere.
The people in the forest, they are competing at the same time when we are competing. For sure they want the Finnish people to win. And that's quite a great spirit over here, which brings the atmosphere up.
This nation boasts a proud pedigree of home winners, and Jyväskylä local Mikko Hirvonen and Jari-Matti Latvala are charged with defending that lineage.
It's not so many other than Finns who has won the rally, and of course we take pride out of it as well, that we keep the crown in Finland, and I want to keep it in Jyväskylä, so for sure we just want to keep it here.
World champion Sebastian Loeb is one of the few select non-locals to have won here. He knows very well how tough it is to beat a Finn on home soil.
A few times where I was fighting for the victory here, and with Marcus I never won. Finally with Mikko I won for a few seconds, but it was 110% from the start to the end.
Hirvonen starts his home event under intense pressure in the title race.
I can't lose any more points to Sebastian Loeb, otherwise he's going to run away. And Ogier is not far behind as well, so thinking of championship, I would definitely need to win this one.
Our featured driver Jari-Matti Latvala hits a century here this weekend with his 100th WRC start. Even after sampling the sweet taste of victory here last year, there is no danger of complacency.
Of course, this is a very important rally for the Finns, and it gives a great a spark for this year event as well. But it doesn't help you to win 2011. You need to have new things and new confidence to win this year.
Championship leader Sebastian Loeb will lead the cruise away. 17 points behind is Mikko Hirvonen, with Greece winner Sebastian Ogier on 124 points. He's just 5 behind Mikko. Jari-Matti Latvala is 4th on the road, with Petter Solberg just behind, ahead of fellow Norwegian Mads Osberg. Matt Wilson is 7th in the championship on 36 points, while Kimi Räikkönen will hope to perform well at his home event. Henrik Solberg is next, then Danny Sordo in the first of the returning minis, with Evgeny Novikov starting just ahead of the second, driven by Chris Meek. Then 2 local privateers, Matti Rantanen and Jari Kettamar, are both proven performers. As ever, in Finland, the fans are out in force, and there's a familiar face in the crowd. Spanish legend Carlos Sainz famously became the first non-Scandinavian to win here 21 years ago. And Sainz's former teammate Sebastian Loeb is down on the start line. Rally Finland is go. Sebastian hard on the gas for the start of the quickest rally of them all. Loeb already has a handy advantage in the championship race. The pressure this weekend is firmly on this man. Mikko Hirvonen is desperate for another win on home soil, and the early splits are looking good. Oh, but he's a bit wide, and that was a big impact at the rear of the car. Concern already, and he's whacked a tree, and I'd be amazed if he's not damaged something there. Well, drama already in Finland, not far back. Sebastian Ogier is also on his way into the Lankamar stage. Frenchman has been the revelation of the season, 3 wins already to his name, and he really shone in Finland last year. Back up to Hirvonen though, and that car is clearly not in full working order. The Fiesta with a lot of damage at the rear and not looking quite in line either. What a disaster on the very first stage.
Mikko, obviously car coming crabbing in there, the bumper missing. What exactly happened?
I don't know. We went into one left-hander and the engine just died. And I didn't have any drive, so I went wide in that corner, hit the tree and lost all the brakes and the rear suspension is damaged. So engine just died.
A nightmare start for one of Ford's Flying Finns then. So the hopes of a nation could fall on the shoulders of this man. And after winning his home event last year, Latvala has proven he's up to the task. The Finn is 3.3 seconds slower than Ogier in stage 1 though. Well, his teammate is now having to bleed the brakes in the road section. There are still 2 stages to run on this first afternoon, so this problem could yet become a crisis for Mikko and co-driver Jarmo Leitonen. Former Finnish national champion Jari Ketamar is driving a privately entered Fiesta, and he's made an immediate impact with the quickest time in stage 1. In the shorter stage 2, the road positions for the long second day are decided. So, running first on the road and powerless to react to the chasing pack's tactics, Loeb could end up leading the rally at the end of the day. His closest championship rival, Hirvonen, though, is still struggling. Despite his makeshift repairs, the problem is only getting worse for the former Finland winner. Midway through the stage, the damaged wheel jams and eventually punctures. Another minute lost, and with it, any realistic hope of challenging for victory. It has quite simply been a horrible start for a devastated Mikko. The Finn has made it to the end of the stage. You can see the back corner that has caused all the problems. And Hirvonen quickly out to take a look.
Something went between the wheel and something, and it just locked the wheel like 4 or 5 gears before the finish, and it just dragged it all the way through, so that's why we had a puncture.
So that's one of the favourites seemingly out of the running back in the stage. Ogier, as expected, has eased off the pace to drop behind his teammate Loeb. The road sweeping effect is less severe in Finland than other rallies, but it does still make a difference. And as he chases his compatriot in the championship race, Ogier needs every advantage he can get.
Only one man is important for me, is Seb Loeb for the championship. Now Mikko had a problem, so now my goal is to try to beat Seb.
Finland also marks the second event for the reborn mini team. Danny Sordo claimed a promising 6th place finish on the team's debut in Italy a few months back. And again, the Spaniard is showing good pace. He's 5th fastest after the first 2 stages. The leading mini driver early on, though, is Matti Rantanen. Oh, but that could be game over already for the Finnish privateer. A big off for Matti and co-driver Mikko Lukka, and they will go no further today. Yet another indication of what can go wrong if you go offline in Finland. Matti and Mikko are thankfully unharmed after that dramatic off. Finland's blisteringly quick roads are already claiming their fair share of victims. Oh, that's Russian privateer Evgeny Cherkasov. He's made exactly the same mistake as Rantanen, who you can see there running down the road to help. Again, driver and co-driver okay, but their car certainly isn't. And that's Norwegian Fiesta R2 driver Frank Tore Larsen. This particular corner of stage 2 clearly proving difficult to judge. So a bruising start for some, but it's Loeb who leads from his teammate Ogier after stage 3. Latvala in 3rd is 4.4 seconds behind the leader, and like his compatriot Ketamar, also backed off for a better day 2 road position. Hirvonen's dreams of victory are seemingly shattered.
What's the plan for tomorrow then?
I just have to do all I can, so I think I should tell all the people to maybe take a few steps back when I'm coming, because it doesn't really matter what happens now, so I just go flat out and see how high I can climb back.
Welcome to the second day of Rally Finland, where we are about to move on to the first of the event's new stages for 2011. There has been a reshuffle in the start list after the 3 stages on Thursday. Loeb still leads the way, but it's Sebastian Ogier who will follow him into action. He, like Jari-Matti Latvala and Jari Ketemar, deliberately dropped behind Loeb for a better road position. Danny Sordo is the first Mini onto the stages, with Petter Solberg ahead of the second Mini of Chris Meek. The 2M Sports Stobarts of Mads Osberg and Matt Wilson will be looking nervously over their shoulder because Mikko Hirvonen, starting 10th on the road, will be on the attack. There are 8 stages to come on this busy second day, and for the first time in 30 years, we've moved south to a new group of stages around the city of Lahti. 135 kilometres in total to come today. We start with the incredible Hassi test, and this 20-kilometre road is our stage of the day. First to test out his pace notes for this new challenge is Sebastian Loeb. The DS3 screams off into action, 0 to 100 kilometres an hour in around 3.5 seconds in these machines. And already you can see how incredibly quick this road is. As always in Finland, the battles are really tight. Currently Loeb's teammate Ogier is just 2.8 seconds behind. The 2 Citroën driving Frenchmen are locked in battle again on the most spectacular roads in the world. Of course, we can't discount this man. Jari-Matti Latvala is flying the flag for Ford and for Finland. It's a heavy weight on his young shoulders, but starting the stage 4.4 seconds behind Loeb. He's already up at the first split time. And a terrifying view here from Jari's bumper cam of this incredible flat-out roller coaster start to this stage. Using our WRC stage simulator, we can compare the leading trio as though they'd started the stage at the same time, approaching the marker after 6.4 kilometres, and Latvala's lost some ground. Ogier's a second up, and his teammate with Latvala a further 10th of a second behind. So, little sign of any disadvantage running first on the road for the world champion then. There's a fairly humid start out there, so there isn't too much loose gravel for Seb to sweep away. He's into the tight technical finish to the stage now. Completely different characteristics here, but it's still very quick. Our stage of the day cleared for Loeb. Let's have a word with the rally leader at the stop control.
It's not easy, huh? It's very fast, jumping a bit everywhere, not high, but you lose just the grip in the corner, and so it's exciting.